YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So, as y'all saw in the last video, I was in the hospital. I was released. Let's see, I think I uploaded that video Wednesday, and I was released Friday, and I've spent the past week at home recovering. But as y'all can hear, I got my voice back and I'm back to normal. I'm actually about to go head to the doctor's appointment to check up and get my note saying that I can go back to work. The G actually turned into a shitbox on me this week. The differential bushing, the hole for it, wallered out, and it pulled the stud out of the differential cover, and when it did that, it pulled the threads out of the differential cover. So I actually ordered a Z1 differential cover and a brace, and we will be installing that this weekend. And I've also got something new that I want to show y'all. Newest project on the channel, a 1995 Acura Integra. One of my friends wanted to trade for the hatch, and I've always wanted an Integra ever since I was a wee lad. It was like my childhood dream car, and I traded him, and I could not be happier, honestly. It is bone stock. As y'all can see, it's got a little rust, but I'm gonna be taking care of that. It needs a door handle. Coilovers will be here for it tomorrow, so we will be probably putting them on this weekend as well, getting it lowered. And I've already got a set of wheels picked out, but I'm gonna keep it on the down low on what wheels they are until I order them. But I'm about to drive to the doctor's office, and I'm actually going to explain a little more in depth what happened to the Forester, because I realized after uploading the video in the hospital, I didn't actually say what caused it, but I was kind of out of it and I wasn't really 100% there. I was just trying to get something out to update everyone, so here it is. Alright, so what happened with the Forester? A bunch of friends actually asked while I was down for the month I was down. So, of course, I got the head gaskets put back on, and we went to go test drive it. Before we went and test drove it, made sure nothing was leaking, and nothing was leaking. Like, it was literally running as flawlessly as it could. It wasn't misfiring. Everything was perfect. So we go and test drive it, and I noticed there was like a small, it sounded like a slight bearing noise, which ended up being the passenger front brake caliper was seized up. So just another thing to add to the list of problems to fix on it. We got through the test drive, everything was alright. So I go to drive it home, and I'm thinking, you know, everything is great. Like, the Forester's done, I can finally continue with life. Well, that was a big old you thought. So I made it about 2 miles from Will's shop. Well, not even 2 miles, like probably maybe a mile at the most. I noticed that it seemed to be a little smoky behind me. I rolled down the window and then realized the cab was full of smoke. At night, I couldn't really tell. I was just trying to get home because I was tired. I look outside and I see like flickering coming from under the car, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing cannot be on fire. Sure enough, I pull over and a power steering line had come off. The clamp had gone bad and covered the exhaust in power steering fluid and burst into flames. Like, I thought the Forester was going to burn to the ground, but thankfully it didn't. I didn't have any water and I was kind of freaking out, but I blew it out and I kept blowing and blowing and blowing, and it went out. And when I saw that last flame go out, I tell y'all, I felt a relief like raise up off my chest. And right as I got it out, someone pulled up and was like, I'm so thankful that someone pulled up and took me back to Will's. And then me and Will, like I said in the last video, went and got the Forester to the shop. And I know I said I was going to be working on it the weekend after I got out of the hospital, but that was probably all the stuff they had in me talking, because I haven't done a thing since I've been home from the hospital except improve and get better with health, and I got the Integra. As far as this Integra goes, like, I think the plan with it, I want to make it as clean as possible and just daily it, because I mean, it runs perfect, the heat work, the power steering is lovely. And then I'll start fixing everything on the G I'm gonna get the differential and whatnot fixed this weekend though. But back to today's tasks. I'm about to get to the doctor and hopefully everything goes good there. I will update y'all on what the doctor says and let's hope everything goes good. Alright, so just got out of the doctor, got some good news. I will be able to go back to work Monday and finally make money so I can build this Integra. Basically just said to keep away from heavy lifting, but other than that, I'm back to normal health. Thank the good Lord above. So, let's see, what's the move now? I don't know, I'm probably gonna grab something to eat. Alright, so we are back, Saturday morning. I've got the tow truck on the way for the G. I've got to pull the front bumper off of it because it will scrape getting onto the record because it did last time, just to prevent my bumper from getting any more messed up than it already is. Might as well go ahead and pull the bumper, so let's get to it. Alright, so we are back. Unfortunately, the coilovers could not get dropped off, and I found out this morning, it's Monday, that they just got shipped to the FedEx place up in New Jersey where they're coming from, so the coilovers will probably be in a video for next weekend, but we are here about to slap this stuff on the G, so let's get to it. I've never actually done an unboxing video before, but what we have here, this is the differential cover from Z1 Motorsports. Actually looks a lot nicer than the factory one. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the car. And the Z1 differential brace. Let me unpack the G's real quick. So we got the rear end off and out. So as I explained before, but I'll explain a little more in depth, the bushing that was sitting in here, there was a stud that holds the differential right there, and then the differential bolts in right there, so it's held in 3 spots. Well, over time and as hard as I drive this thing, the stud came loose because the hole in the bushing was just slowly getting bigger. So over time the stud worked its way out and pulled all the threads out of the rear end. As y'all can see in there, there's supposed to be threads, and there's a little bit of threads, but it pulled half of them out. So got the goodies. Y'all see we were about to throw them on. So we got the differential cover put on and it looks amazing. I still have to put the vent tube in and then throw the differential back in. And that will probably be it. As far as working on the G goes, I had to pull the exhaust to get the differential out. Alright guys, here's the finished product. We've got the Z1 differential bushing, the cover, and the brace all bolted up and on.
looks pretty good. It took me a couple hours to do, but it is finished and it is on. I'm ready to see how much better it performs. But that will be all for this video. So until the next video, leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you then.